Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 26 video. And in today's video, guys, we are on a different team today. And I don't think I've ever done a Cleveland Guardians team, but I'm pretty excited to get into this one. A special shout out to DNax on Discord for letting me use his Cleveland team. I really am excited to see what we can get today. We have a lot of SIG packs, and we can improve a lot of things on this team. I'll give you guys a quick preview of what he's working with. He has a few team SIGs here and there. He has Toby Hurrah here, who we just recently pulled in our last video, I think. He's a 71 base overall third baseman, 333 skill set with bad ball hitter, spotlight, and prediction, which is sick, and he has prediction with that high eye as well. Francisco Lindor, 17, not his best year, but I think this is his best card art out of all his SIG years. 73 base overall, very, very good, and also a high-level legend skill set with Pioneer, Charisma, and Slugger. You also got Jim Thome here with a Diamond home run hitter trainer, which is very nice. His base stats are ridiculous. 90 base power is absolutely filthy, and Born to be a Star, 333. The secondary skills could be better, but this is just nasty. His batting SIGs are absolutely perfect. Then you got Billy Williams here, who's a legend. Comes with a 333 set, really good skill set. A little bit lower on the levels of the base stats and the train, but it's because he's a normal legend. They don't get a SIG bonus like the signatures do. And then on the pitching side, just two team SIGs. Sam McDowell, high fireballer skill set, is actually the exact same level skill set as my Chris Sale that I have on my Red Sox team with fireballer and all those skills. He also has a nasty pitch diamond trainer, not the greatest, but still pretty decent. And then Carlos Carrasco here, not the best skill set for a closing pitcher, could definitely be changed, but really the best relief pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians overall, besides Emmanuel Clase, who's no longer in the game because of the things that he did or supposedly did during the last season, but we won't talk about that. Anyways, let's see what we're working with as far as the inventory goes. We have 8 SIG player packs, 1 special SIG, we also have a mileage SIG, and a 3000 star SIG player pack, and we will be doing SIG combos. Let me just quickly show you guys the backups to see what he's working with in the backups. He does have one team SIG that needs a grade increase. We don't have a grade increase on this team, but it's Steven Kwan 2022. He's only a 68 base, so if I do end up duping or getting a really bad Cleveland card, I will end up crafting Steven Kwan because it is actually his worst SIG year overall. His best SIG year is from 2024 with a 71 base, and this is by far the worst SIG that, of the 3 that he has for Cleveland. He also has Verlander and Correa here, who we'll use in SIG combos later in this video. But let's get started with the packs. And last thing before we get into the packs, he has 6 legend skill change tickets and 9 premiums. We'll be using some of those on his starting pitching, particularly his prime Shane Bieber as well as his Cliff Lee, because they have pretty terrible skill sets as far as legend skill sets go. Cliff Lee has a I think it's a 3-1-1 skill set, and then this is a less than ideal 3-2-1 skill set for Shane Bieber over here. So we'll be working on those pending we don't pull one of their SIGs. I'm hoping we can pull one of their SIGs. That would be outstanding. And anyway, let's move on with the packs here. Let's get into the silvers. We'll be special training Shane Bieber as well. But as many of you know, and I dread talking about this because I've just been so upset, like many other baseball fans have been in the past few days. Many of you probably know what I'm talking about already, but Kyle Tucker signed with the Dodgers. Now, I want to preface what I'm going to say about them by saying this. Nobody should really care about this much, the signing that is, for the time being. And before you go in the comment section and rage on me saying, what do you mean 2018 Fireballs? What do you mean you shouldn't care about it? Let me say it this way. The season hasn't even started yet. In baseball, you just never know what might happen. And yes, have the Dodgers' probabilities of winning increased? Absolutely. Have they the best team in all of baseball? Most definitely. Are they most likely going to win the World Series? Yes. But with that being said, I can't help but vent frustration as we get a vintage right there, Catfish Hunter for the A's. I can't help but vent my frustration knowing that the Dodgers have the best team, and it's really kind of disheartening for the rest of the league. Dodgers fans are happy, and they can be happy all they want. I've talked about this with some family members, some friends. I've even had some conversations online about this and seen different opinions. But the bottom line is the Dodgers are spending money and nobody else is. And I'm not saying that's justifiable because I'll go back to last year when, what was his name? Tanner Scott signed with the Dodgers, and my Red Sox, my team, my Red Sox, were in the mix of possibly getting him. And when they tried to sign Tanner Scott for a good deal with a good amount of money per year, he decided, nah, I don't want the Red Sox. I'm just going to go to the Dodgers because they have all the good players. And I'm friends with some players on that team, and they actually win. They had just won the World Series. So, okay, that makes sense. It was pretty upsetting for me as a Red Sox fan to see Tanner Scott go there. Now, he didn't have a great season. He had an okay season. He had a definitely under-average season for his caliber. But still, the reasoning behind going to the Dodgers by saying, they're the better team, it totally makes sense, and that's totally his decision. But it really just upset me because how are you supposed to compete with the team like the Dodgers, who have everything? They have the money, they have the players, they have they have the management, they have the facilities, and I think every other MLB fan besides Dodgers fans has a right to be upset at the Dodgers, just like many people were upset at the New York Yankees back in the early 2000s. It's almost the same dynamic. They're buying their way to a championship. Now, people have said, well, they don't have any homegrown talent. They actually do. They have Will Smith and Andy Pages and a couple others, but for a majority of the Dodgers roster, they have paid players, and overpaid players, I might add. Let me talk about the Kyle Tucker signing a little bit more now. The Dodgers signed Kyle Tucker for 4 years with 2 opt-outs, by the way, after the first 2 years. He can opt out after the second year, or he can opt out after the third year. It's a $60 million AAV, which is average annual value, which is absolutely ridiculous for Kyle Tucker. If you go to his baseball reference page, look at how he performed the year before. He is not worth $60 million per year. And that's just the truth. He didn't have a 5-WAR season. He didn't hit 30 home runs. He didn't even have a 300 average. He didn't even have like 90% of his games played. But the Dodgers decided to give him $60 million a year, which makes no sense. And to add some more fuel to the flame, other teams were in the mix for signing Kyle Tucker, including the Blue Jays and the New York Mets. And I feel bad for you Mets fans, especially Mets fans on this signing especially, because the Mets had offered Kyle Tucker an average annual value of $50 million a year for 3 years. And I think later on they bumped the deal up to 4. But the Dodgers decided to one-up them and to say, nah, we'll give him $60 million. Are they allowed to do that? Yes. Are they allowed to go after a player that they really want and give him more money? Absolutely. The frustrating part is other people, and especially Dodgers fans, are saying, boo-hoo, you guys are crying because you guys didn't try to sign him. If other teams don't want to spend the money, then who else is? Dodgers fans really are irking me at this point. Those that say it, not all Dodgers fans. I want to make that clear. Just the fans that are really like nagging about, why are you upset about it? They offered more money. They got him. Yes, that's true. The Dodgers did offer more money, and they did get him, which is all well and good in their right. The frustrating thing is when people say that other teams aren't spending money and aren't trying to go after these players is an absolute lie and a spit in the face of every other MLB fan, especially the fans of teams that are trying to sign these players. Like my Red Sox with Tanner Scott last year, they were trying to get a good relief pitcher. They got Aroldis Chapman, which turned out to be a lot better. But anyway, this year, the Mets offered Kyle Tucker way more than he was worth already, but the Dodgers decided to just go ahead and one-up them in the most toxic way possible and giving him a $60 million AAV. And like I said, there's nothing you can do about it. I have to admit, there's nothing wrong with the Dodgers signing him. But the fact that people are not saying you shouldn't be upset about this, it enrages me. Because who, genuinely, if you're not a fan of that team, who's going to like a team that swoops in and steals your player that you wanted to sign and say, oh, boo-hoo, you didn't try and sign him, whatever, you can't do it, nothing you can do about it? I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy for that kind of person that says that. And I'm most aggravated, especially about those fans that really rub it in your face. I'm being serious. A lot of Dodgers fans are turning into the Yankees fans of the early 2000s and just Yankees fans in general and toxic. So I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense by saying all this, but I'll say this on a positive note. The season hasn't begun yet, and I think everybody at this point in time is very heated about, you know, oh, it's ruining the CBA. I haven't even talked about the CBA. The MLB CBA, which is the player agreement with the Players Association and the MLB, is expiring this coming December. And if players like Kyle Tucker and Shohei Ohtani and a lot of other Dodgers players are getting signed for way more than they are actually worth, when the Players Association comes to the MLB and says, let's make an agreement for 2027 and 2028 on how much our players should get played, they're going to be looking at players like Kyle Tucker and Ohtani, and they're going to be saying, well, how come other players on other teams aren't making a lot of or as much money as Ohtani and Tucker? If they're getting paid this much, everybody else should get a salary raise, because the average salary is this, that, and the other because of Kyle Tucker and Ohtani. They probably won't say that because it's because of Tucker and Ohtani, but they'll just say, hey, the average annual pay is this much. How come these guys aren't getting paid? While in fact this stuff is inflated simply because Ohtani, Tucker, and other guys are getting overpaid. Now, I also have to mention the Bo Bichette signing, because Bo Bichette definitely got overpaid. I'm going to admit that straight up. So it's not like the Dodgers are the only team getting overpaid. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just venting my frustration because nobody likes the Dodgers right now, including myself. And it's not good for MLB in general. I will say it is good for MLB in one way. And my dad is the one that mentioned this to me when I was talking to him about it. The Dodgers being the big bad in all of baseball right now is that much more motivation for everybody else to do better. And I see that. It's just still depressing when most of the talent is on the Dodgers. You still got guys like Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, Garrett Crochet, Tarek Skubal that are on these other teams. And don't get me wrong for that. But if there's one good thing, I guess, it increases everybody's competitive nature in MLB to say they're the team to beat. Let's beat them. So we'll see what happens in the season. I'm done with my rant. If you guys want to express your comments and feelings about everything that's been going on with free agency as of the past 3 days, please comment down below, and I'd like to have a conversation with you. But seriously, I do think that it's just really depressing as a baseball fan right now if you're not a Dodgers fan. Like, you feel defeated right now, and I totally understand why. Dodgers fans are having the time of their lives right now, and they by all means should, because they have the most god squad of god squads you could ever put together. They're playing MLB The Show on with no salary limit. It's literally like that, and there's nothing that the rest of MLB can do about it unless the Dodgers get beat. And that's something that I'm hoping for this season. But I'm going to stop my rant right there, and we're going to continue focusing on this video. I've opened a lot of packs. We've gotten quite a few diamonds, and let's open up these premium vintage player packs, see if we can get any legends. Haven't gotten anything outstanding. I don't think I've seen a prime yet, which is kind of concerning. A couple of vintages, though, which is okay. Last 4 vintage player packs here, nothing, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully we can turn it around with the team selective sig player packs. Okay, I'm going to open up, well, there's still a lot of space. I can open up quite the amount more. I'm going to open up team selective diamond player packs here. Let's see who we can get. The bullpen definitely could use a little bit of help. I'm not sure exactly who he needs, but there are some bullpen cards that could definitely upgrade his team. Let's see what we got here. We got a Grady Sizemore. He has him as Black Diamond already, so he can be used for upgrades. Shane Bieber already has the Prime. Rocchio, Quantrill. Tyler Clippard's pretty decent. I don't know if he can fit in the rotation, but it's a possibility. We also got Tim Herron right here, who's also very good. So not terrible cards. Eli Morgan's pretty half decent as well. Let's do the last 9 here, and let's see a Purple Glow. Come on, Purple Glow, please. All right, not going to happen. Let's see who these guys are. We have another Lindor. That's his best year. Cody Allen. Not sure if he has him yet. Mackenzie, Santana, and another Cody Allen. So 2 separate Cody Allens, basically the same, the same exact card. All right, that's the diamonds, and let's do the last 2 diamond player selective packs here. Come on, let's see a prime. Let's see another Cleveland card. Something good here. Okay, no Cleveland. Terrible round actually. Besides Merrill Kelly, we'll take him. All right, and then the final diamond player selective pack. No Guardians. Oh, actually, no Nate Jones right there, but we get another Cody Allen. We'll take our third Cody Allen, I guess. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if we'll get a Cody Allen Sig, if that's hinting at something. All right, well, that's all the regular packs I'm going to open up. Let me finish special training Shane Bieber. I'm sorry, guys, if we actually finished a special training. I'm sorry. I've been talking and focusing so much on the Tucker trade, or the Tucker signing, I just can't get over. I gotta think of other things, because I literally had to put down my phone and stop talking with other people about it, because it just, every time I saw it, it just upset me. Anyway, I'm sorry, I gotta get off that train. Let's do Sig player packs. Let's see if we can pull a Guardian, and let's see if we can clutch up. Okay, we don't have the 3,000 star Sig player pack. That's all right, though. We'll do the mileage Sig player pack, and the mileage is up here. All right, 7,000 mileage. Let's see how many Cleveland cards can we get. We're looking for Shane Bieber. We're looking for Corey Kluber. We're looking for Carlos Santana, Jose Ramirez. Who do we got here? It is a same division, wrong team. It's a Bobby Witt from 25. This is the first time I've ever pulled this card. It's not his best year, surprisingly. Last year's his best year, but this is still a very solid Bobby Witt Jr. for any Kansas City team. All right, now let's do the special Sig player pack first here. And no diamonds, 1 gold, 2 silvers. Let's open them all up quickly. Here we go.
Now the 2-2. Struck him out looking. Corey Kluber's first complete game in the big leagues. 11 strikeouts for the right-hander as the Indians win the series.
Any Cleveland cards? Let's go! Corey Kluber, 2014. That is not his best year, but the upside to this card is that he does have an outstanding skin. So if you don't get a better Corey Kluber, this Kluber is nice to have, especially since you can get his outstanding skin. It doesn't help his card out by any means, but it just looks a lot cooler because he won the Cy Young this year. So let's go. We got Corey Kluber, and he's going to fit in the rotation nicely. He will replace either Mike Clevenger or Zach Plesac. He is the same base overall as both of them, so that is a nice upgrade. Let's lock him up there. His best year, of course, is 2017 at a 77 base. So I won't craft this, though. It's still a very superb starting pitcher. So we'll roll along here and see what else we can get. No diamonds out of these 8 Sig player packs. 4 golds, 4 silvers. Let's do the golds first. Let's switch it up a bit and go golds, then silvers. First gold on the bottom right is an Otto Lopez 2024 67 base. I think that was their only batter Sig for the Marlins in 2024. Let's do the top gold. We get a Paul Sewald. He did play for Cleveland, I think, for half the season in 2025. And he bounced around and ended up on the Tigers. I don't know how he ended up on the Tigers, but that's Paul Sewald for the Diamondbacks. I'd like that on my Diamondbacks team, by the way. Next gold, left of Sewald, we get a Rocky. I just made a Rockies team. Would like this Ellis Burks. And stay tuned, guys. I will be doing a live stream on that Rockies team sometime soon. I just don't think I have the date quite set yet. All right, next gold on the bottom. We get a Pirate. All right, that's 3 trolls in a row for me. That's David Bednar from 2022. All cards that I need. All right, let's do the silver in amongst all the golds. We get Addison Reed for the New York Mets. 67 base. Super Pat the Boss. Do you need this? 67 base is a pretty sick relief pitcher, and he's only 1 year. But sorry to you Mets teams out there. 3 more Sigs remaining. Let's do the bottom left silver. We get a Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw. He is retired. I actually have this card on my Dodgers team, so nothing that I would need on my Dodgers team. Let's do the top silvers now. Another Dodger. Jack Dreyer. That's another thing, too. The Dodgers in this game have way too many cards. I'm sorry. I need to stop. And the final one, top left, Ellie De La Cruz from 2024. All right, so no team Sigs out of those 8. We did get the Kluber, though. We have Sig combos to do. Let's go ahead and do them right away, and then we'll see if we can, hopefully for a team Sig diamond, that'd be the most ideal thing. But the chances of getting that are very low. So let's start off by comboing. Let's just do, we don't have a lot of Sigs, honestly. Let's just do all the silvers first and then the golds. All right, first combo of the evening, we get another Dodger. Cody Bellinger, 2018. Dodgers galore right now. Okay, I'm going to combo away all AL West. 3, 2, 1. This one gives us a Blue Jay. Lourdes Gurriel from 2020. I like that. Wrong card. I'd like this on my Blue Jays team. He would be a good outfielder, and I could move one of my outfielders to second base. Okay, Next SIG combo. Let's do all National League. 3, 2, 1. This gives us a Baltimore Orioles Hoyt Wilhelm. That is a nice card. 72 base starting pitcher. And I think he's one of the better starting pitchers for Baltimore. All right, and the final SIG combo here. Let's see what we can end off with. 1,000 stars, last one of the night. Can we get a Cleveland card? It is another. It is a Cleveland card, so I wasn't wrong about that. But it is a Cincinnati red, not a Cleveland or Cleveland Guardian, I should say. Decent Suarez, not his best year with them, but okay hitting card. Well, we did get Corey Kluber, so that is a absolute W. Hopefully, DNax can use him and eventually upgrade him. I'll leave it up to him if he wants to craft him. I'm not going to craft it because I know he has a special skin, and he did win the Cy Young that year, and he's still a very good starting pitcher. So with that, I don't think he has a grade increase like I mentioned, so I'm not going to grade increase him. He will be waiting for the grade increase from the offseason, but we are going to try and get better skill sets on Cliff Lee and on Shane Bieber here. So let's do Bieber first, since he is the better card and could use a better skill set first. Let's do... we're only going to use 3 legend change tickets, by the way, guys. He wanted me to only use 3, so hopefully we can get something within 3. Co-op, low levels. Not going to work. All right, let's switch over to Lee. See if we can get anything better on him. All right, and then we'll switch over one more time to Bieber if this doesn't work. Co-op again, low levels. This sucks. Not worth taking. It is a level higher than the other set that he has with Control Master, but it's not an improvement. All right, and one more on Bieber because this is the last one. Okay, please. Something high levels and something good. Fireballer, of course it's not high levels. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that was a absolute fail. I'm not going to use any blues and greens because none of those actually worked. I don't think he really needs any blues and greens on any of his cards at the current moment. But that, I think, is going to do it for the video. I don't think there's anything else. Actually, let's finalize this and open up 2 prime player packs, see if we get a Cleveland card, and end the video off this way. First prime is a Blue Jay, BJ Ryan, and the last one is a... I can't get out of the way. Don't know why that graphic blocked the card, but it is an AJ Burnett 2002. And so no Cleveland primes today, and that is going to pretty much do it for this video. We got him a new Corey Kluber. That is an excellent pull. DNax, I hope you're satisfied with this. Thank you again, bro, for letting me use your team. It was really fun. And guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Kyle Tucker trade down below. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, hit share, and subscribe. If you guys want me to do a video on your team, feel free to message me on Discord, and we can work something out. I do have a criteria that you need to follow, though, so please be sure to message me about that before you say, hey, 2018, can you do my team? There is a criteria, and I will give it to you if you're interested. But don't forget to check out the description box down below with other MLB 9 Innings YouTubers. They make great videos. I know they would really appreciate your support, and you guys would enjoy the content that they make. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. Links to Reddit, Instagram, and Discord are also in the description box. But with that being said and done, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless you all. Don't forget, Jesus loves you guys. He's the most important person in the world, and he loves you, and he died for your sins. And if you believe in him, he'll save you and give you a hope in heaven and eternal life. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Well, and with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.
Don't look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting dark.